Hi, I'm Jagar Stuckey. Welcome to Operation Fishing Freedom. Join us in the boat today as we feature U.S. Army veteran and Chicago native Thyeesha Coleman.
Duty, honor, sacrifice. Every military veteran has a story to tell. Join pro anglers Jagar Stuckey and Ben Olsen as they honor the stories of true American heroes on a fishing boat. The mission today is Operation Fishing Freedom. Brought to you by Great Clips.
A new day dawns in Chicago, and every day brings an opportunity to start fresh.
It looks like we have a beautiful day for fishing.
You know, this is my first time on a boat.
Your first time on a boat?
Yes.
You know how to swim?
A little bit. I never swim in this much water.
Well, hopefully you won't have to swim today either. Come on, I'll help you on.
For U.S. Army veteran Thyeesha Coleman,
You good?
a fresh start was desperately needed.
I haven't seen you since you came back from Sparta Project. How was it?
It was awakening.
It was an awakening? Yeah?
Yeah.
A good awakening?
A good awakening, yeah.
You see, Jay and Thyeesha have a bit of history. Jay and the Operation Fishing Freedom team are in the business of providing fresh starts and sometimes even awakenings to struggling veterans.
I know you and I have known each other for a little bit, but were you born and raised in Chicago?
Oh, well, I was born in Chicago, and my aunt and my grandma came and got us from Chicago when I was 4, and my brother and sisters. And we moved to Georgetown, South Carolina.
Really? And why South Carolina?
Because my mom had called my aunt and told her to come get us, and she just came and got us, and that's where my aunt and my grandma live.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they live in Georgetown, South Carolina.
And why did your mom tell her to come get you guys?
Because she couldn't take care of us anymore. She was, my mother and my father were bad on drugs. My life was so rough that my mother had to reach out to my aunt to come get us from South Carolina, and they rushed here because she had threatened to leave us at a bus stop. And my grandma and my aunt had came to the Greyhound station downtown to come get us, and they took us to South Carolina. And that was it. And my auntie came, and she came and got us on the Greyhound bus.
Really? And so you were raised by your aunt and uncle?
My aunt, my grandma, and my uncles. It was okay up until, I guess I got a little older. Like 10 maybe, I don't know, 10. You know, I don't know, I started dealing with a lot of depression.
Why, did you just get mixed up with the wrong crowd, or?
No, I don't know, I just felt different. I felt abandoned, I guess.
You did?
Yeah.
By your mom and dad?
My mom and dad, everybody. And that's when I had tried to commit suicide. I think I was 12 though, but I remember 10 is when I started feeling kind of down. But I was 12 when I tried to commit suicide.
You felt that bad?
Yep, I felt bad. I took pills and tried to kill myself.
Did you talk to anybody about it beforehand? Did you?
You can't talk about that kind of stuff. Like my family, you don't talk about things like you don't talk about how you feeling, because it's like disrespect. Like, you shouldn't feel bad because we came and got you. You shouldn't be feeling, you shouldn't feel no type of negative feeling because we rescued you.
So they felt you had guilt, basically. They made you feel guilty that
they didn't make me feel that way, but that's how I felt.
Right.
Like, I couldn't talk about anything because I didn't want them to think that I was ungrateful.
Right.
So, yeah.
And so you just kept it all inside?
Yep, I was 12 years old, kept it inside.
Until one day it just got to be too much?
I kept it be too much, and I ended up in a psychiatric hospital. And when I got there, it was horrible. It was horrible.
Why
I saw people in straitjackets. I remember to this day I was sitting in a glass room, and the doctor was sitting right in front of me. He asked me why did I try to do it, and I told him because I felt alone.
Operation Fishing Freedom is brought to you by Great Clips, Recon Boats, and by Yount's Valor Foundation.
Operation Fishing Freedom Foundation is a nonprofit dedicated to documenting the lives of our military veterans.
And your donations allow us to provide education and treatment to our veterans.
Log on to our website, operationfishingfreedom.com, and click on the donate button.
Today is a good day for U.S. Army veteran Thyeesha Coleman. Thyeesha enjoyed her first ever boat ride and even caught her first fish.
Nice. Okay, you can stop reeling. I'll grab them from here.
Today, Thyeesha is making good memories while trying to leave her struggles from the past behind.
So I was 17 years old when I graduated high school, and I was accepted into Claflin University, which is a Methodist school for a full scholarship for music.
What did you major in?
Well, I only did a year, but I got a scholarship for music. But
Really?
I left after a year.
How come? To join the military?
No, something bad happened to me while I was there. And then one day, I went to a party and I was drinking, and I remember that I had left the party with this guy, and we had went to his house, and I think I had consented to doing things with him, but like probably about 5 or 6 minutes down into it, like other people started coming in the room, and that's when I got scared, and that's when I was gang raped in his house. And I told my auntie what happened, and she asked me what was I gonna do. She said, "Do I want to call the police?" I said, "No." She said, "You want to come home?" And that's when I left school. And I never went back.
And that was before you went into the military?
Mm-hmm. So now I'm out of college, and I didn't know where to go from here. I started working at a bakery downtown in Georgetown, and that wasn't, I felt like that just being right there, it wasn't enough, because I was embarrassed about dropping out of school, and nobody knew why I dropped out. You know, if people knew that, then they would probably understand. So I just remember that my Uncle Alvin used to talk about the military and how, how good it was to him, and then when he got out, how they took care of him. And so that's when I joined the military. I raised my hand on September 21st, 2005, and I was 19 years old. And they shipped me out to Texas on an airplane. After that, I just transitioned to my unit. Then that's when they sent us to the 3rd Brigade, 1st Infantry, the Big Red 1.
Okay, so you were in the Big Red 1.
I was in Big Red 1. When I got to the school for 92 Yankee, I met a guy named OJ, and we had got kind of close. And about a month later, that's when I had found out I was pregnant. And of course I was embarrassed. I was very embarrassed, because I'm like, these people just gave me a place to stay. They feeding me, they clothing me, and I do this to them, I was embarrassed, like, really bad.
And so you were pregnant before you deployed then?
Yep. I was about 4 months pregnant, I think. And I was on guard duty, and I can remember being in pain, and I kept on asking my NCO, could I go lay down? But he said, you don't lay down on 24-hour duty. And when I got off the next morning, my water broke, and my twins, I was in labor, active labor, and so I went to the hospital. And that's when the doctor had told me that one of my twins had died inside of me, and one of them was still alive. And they had told me if I could hold on for 2 more weeks, then the other one would live, but I couldn't. And that's when he had came out, and he was dead.
Operation Fishing Freedom is brought to you by Great Clips, Power Pole, and by St. Croix Rods.
You're eating fish, you can eat that one. Here, feel him now. He won't jump. Woo! He likes your touch, I guess. Cut.
Yeah, that's
He's slimy?
yeah.
Yeah?
It is.
Smells like fish.
If you'd like to see more behind-the-scenes footage and bonus content,
Follow us on social media, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're a U.S. military veteran living in Illinois, Wisconsin, or Minnesota,
log on to takeeventfishing.org to find an event near you.
Produced in association with the Yance Valor Foundation.
After I lost my twins, I think I never recovered from that.
Still grieving the loss of her twins, Thyeesha received orders to deploy.
Do you remember the day that you actually received your deployment papers?
I couldn't tell you the exact day, but I remember when I did receive them, I was scared.
Yeah?
Yep, because you just hear so much stuff on the news about what's going on over there. So all I was thinking about was that. But when we actually deployed and we got to Bagram, we landed in Bagram, that's when it really hit me that this was real. Like watching the news, like, you know, seeing the news, you think like, oh, this is the worst place ever. And then when you get there, that's all you think about. Oh, this is the worst place ever. And you know, you think about, even though I didn't know my fellow soldiers, they were still like my fellow comrades, and they all died. And I'm thinking like, oh my God, am I gonna be next? Are we gonna be next? Is our truck gonna get hit? You know, I had nightmares and stuff when I got back. And
about the military, or just about all the things that happened in your life?
And things that happened in my life I never got over, but being in Afghanistan, and even though I didn't see combat and stuff, I just, you know, you hear all these noises, and I couldn't deal with noises or nothing, you know.
Really?
Yep, I couldn't deal with no like fireworks and stuff like that, no. And
how did that make you feel?
Scared. Then I couldn't go to stores, I couldn't go to Walmart, I felt stupid.
Really?
Yeah, because you know, back then I didn't hear about no PTSD, I didn't hear about things like that, so I felt stupid, I felt crazy.
Really?
Yeah, I felt all of that. I felt like I'm like thinking was I the only person that felt this way?
After 7 years in the military and now 2 suicide attempts, this mother of 5 hit rock bottom. Desperately needing a little good fortune, Thyeesha met Jay Garstecki from Operation Fishing Freedom when she was the chosen recipient of a reliable car by the Progressive Insurance Keys to Progress program. Jay continued to look after Thyeesha, and when she was at her lowest, he told her about a revolutionary medical procedure called a stellate ganglion block, which was helping veterans erase their PTSD. Dr. Eugene Lipoff believes PTSD is a biological change in the brain. Dr. Lipoff pioneered the stellate ganglion blockade, which involves numbing up the sympathetic system via an injection in the right side of the neck.
All right, my friend, ready? Okay, let's do it.
Dr. Lipoff has been performing the procedure since 2006.
Medicine.
90% of people experienced a marked improvement in about an hour. For the first time in a long time, Thyeesha had hope.
Slide down.
It was better than I thought. I didn't feel any pain. It was just pressure, like really like strong pressure, but it wasn't no pain. So I thought it was gonna be way painful because it was my neck, but it wasn't.
Thyeesha, how you feeling?
I feel different.
Yeah, you feel different. So, how do you feel different than when you went in before?
Yeah, like I feel like I don't know if it's called, I don't know what it's called, but I can't put I guess you say happy, like more peaceful. Like a heavy light, like something been lifted off of my chest. And I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to feel, but I feel the difference.
That's good. Oh, that's good.
It is.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. That's good. And I've seen a lot of people cry after they have this done because they're feeling happy, not because they're feeling worse or they're feeling sad, but they feel like some relief.
Mm-hmm. I went in there, had a procedure, and when I got out, I felt like, I don't know if I could, I felt like I've been baptized. I came out the water like whole again. I came out clean, and I just felt like I was positive. I was more than positive, I'm not gonna lie. I felt more than positive. I felt free. I felt free of anxiety. I felt free of depression. I felt free of, I get emotional, I'm sorry. I felt free of, I thought that this was like, okay, this is it. I'm gonna be good.
ErasePTSDNow.org is a registered 501c3 charitable organization dedicated to increasing awareness of the stellate ganglion block procedure and raising funds to pay for treatment for those who are unable to afford it.
If you'd like to personally thank a veteran that you saw in one of our episodes,
or nominate a veteran to be featured on a future episode,
log on to our website, operationfishingfreedom.com.
Operation Fishing Freedom is brought to you by AMSOIL, MT Tackle Shop, and by TH Marine.
Reel. Real fast. Good job.
Mr. J, after the shot, I felt like you ever heard a person say that they've been baptized, and I felt like I came back whole and clean, and my mind was like, it was just, the racing thoughts had stopped. It had stopped completely. All of that, no depression. I just felt I couldn't stop laughing, smiling, and I just was like, dang, a shot did this, Mr. J did this, Dr. Lipoff did this. I just felt so grateful, you know, that all of that stuff was gone again, you know, and I really appreciate it. Looking back on it, I could truly say the military was good to me. They took care of me like a family member, you know, like the military, like the Army. Uncle Sam was my father when I got in there. Like, I never met him, but he was my father, you know, my commander, that was my father. My first sergeant, that was my father, that I never had once again.
There's a saying, and it says, never deprive somebody of hope because it might be all they have, right?
That's
and
true.
you live that.
I live that, yep.
You live that. So if you could put that hope into somebody else, wouldn't that make you feel good?
Yeah.
And you can do it.
I feel like your job is done on earth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what living is about, giving back to people.
That's
you know?
right.
So yeah, you're right. And I appreciate it, because I thought I was like, oh, well, I'm just crazy, I'm this, but I appreciate y'all taking the time out, listening to me, because I thought that, you know, my story was just it means nothing. But y'all make me feel like, yeah, my story, it does count. I am somebody.
You damn right you are.
Yeah.
You absolutely are.
So now at this point in my life, I feel like with all the people, the organization VA, Keys for Progress, Mr. J, that I wouldn't be as positive as I am today. Like, I have a car, I have a job, I have a license, I have I'm just more positive now. I still struggle every now and then, but you know, with you know, my mental illness and stuff, but I'm more positive than I've ever been. I want to live. I feel like I have a future. I feel like I can see, and I can see the darkness is gone, the light is shining, so I can see the light. And I think it's positive, not just for me, but for my children, because without me being positive and on point, my kids wouldn't be, and they will all just come. So I think I appreciate everything everybody's done for me. And without them, I probably wouldn't even be here.
I'm also a trustee on an organization called the Yance Valor Foundation. And the Yance Valor Foundation is an organization that donates money to 501c3s, nonprofit organizations, just like Take About Fishing and Operation Fishing Freedom. So they supply the funding for us to be able to do this. They're one of our sponsors.
Okay.
And you know, there's a gentleman by the name of Ken Yance, and he started the Yance Valor Foundation several years ago, and he's since passed away. He passed away on Thanksgiving Day several years ago, and before he passed, he deposited money into an account and created a trust called the Yance Valor Foundation. And it's because of Ken Yance and his legacy and who he was as an individual and as a man that we're able to do all the things we do for you and provide you with the money and the things that we do, the treatment. And so Ken, even after his passing, he's still helping veterans, right? His legacy still lives on. And with that being said, I know we've been able to help you out, and we've sent you the Sparta Project, and we've gotten you the Stella Ganglion block shot, which has helped you, and I'm glad to hear that helped. But there's still one more thing that I want to give you in honor of being on our show and for your service. So if you'd excuse me for 1 second, I'm going to get in here. And I know this is your first time fishing and you enjoyed yourself, but I want to keep you fishing, so to keep you fishing, I have your own
American flag too.
Custom fishing rod here, and it says, handcrafted for Thyeesha Coleman, in appreciation of your service and sacrifice. And there's our logo, and there's all the branches of service on there.
Secret. Thank you.
And that's for you.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And no fisherman is complete without having an official Operation Fishing Freedom jersey. So this is also for you. There's your official jersey with your name Thyeesha on there and Coleman on the back. And that's for you.
Thank you so much, Mr. J.
Thank you so much for
y'all.
everything, for serving our country,
Yes,
for
sir.
everything you've endured, for your kids, for your family.
Thank
you should
you.
be proud of yourself.
I am. Thank you.
And you're going to stay on the right track, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And if you need help, you know who to call,
Yes,
right?
mhm.
Who are you going to call?
Mr. J.
Thank you. You take care of yourself, all right?
Thank you.
If you'd like to personally thank a veteran that you saw in one of our episodes,
Or nominate a veteran to be featured on a future episode,
log on to our website, operationfishingfreedom.com.